I want you to ruthlessly attack your stocks. I want you to take that famous William O'Neill quote, cut your laggards and let your winners run. I want you to, magnify that by about 5x. My name's Joe. This is Joe's Investment Express. I've been trading for 28 years, and I'm going to explain why in this video. And remember, this is not financial advice, just my method of investing. So here's the deal. You bought a stock for only one reason, because you anticipated for it to go up. So when you are sitting on stocks, 4%, 5%, 10%, 15%, they are doing the opposite of what you had envisioned. Now, the old O'Neill adage is to sell your stocks at 7%. But I'm going to encourage you to take a look at any stock in your portfolio that is sitting at a 4% loss or lower and attack it. And by attacking it, I mean, ask yourself, is there any reason why I'm holding this other than because I'm hoping it's going to go up? A couple viable reasons. One, it has just gotten down to a major support line where there's lots of consolidation and it has started to bounce up. Or two, your general market timing was off and you're in a bull market, but unexpectedly the market is pulled into a gentle 5 to 10% pullback, and it is pulling back all stocks, including all of the leaders, and this stock is one of those leaders. If neither of those conditions are met, if your stock does not meet either of those two conditions, I said that better that time, just let it go. Just cut it. Aggressively attack the red in your portfolio. When I look at my portfolio, I rarely have anything below 5%. And usually I don't have anything below 4%. Why? Not because I never choose wrong, so to speak, but because I sell it at 4 to 5%. If you take a small loss, you're never going to take a big loss. Sounds easy, but this is really hard. This is against human nature. When we open up our stock portfolios, what do we feel like doing? We feel like ringing in the register on those stocks that are in the green, and those stocks that are in the red, we want to hold on to them and wait for them to recover, because selling is admitting defeat. It's admitting we were wrong. Especially if you're a very successful person, it is really hard to take a loss. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you a little secret. You can buy that same stock tomorrow, the very next day. If think of selling these stocks as an insurance policy. You use your insurance. If the stock is set up again, if it slingshots out of there the next day or a week later or a month later, you just buy it back. No one's going to know you are wrong. The only person who cares, it's kind of like, this is going to be a really stretched analogy, but in my younger days, I was obsessed with seeing how much I could bench press. We all were, right? But in reality, no one cares how much you can bench but you. Similarly, we as traders are obsessed with not taking losses. It's embarrassing, but in reality, no one is going to care if you sold such and such a stock at a 4% loss except you. Nobody. No one's even going to know, except for perhaps your accountant, but you're going to turn in a whole list of trades. They're not going to even notice. But you know what you are going to notice? Did I say that right? But you know what you are going to notice? You are going to notice a tremendous improvement in the performance of your portfolio. And that's the only thing that matters. Not how many stocks you sold at a loss, but the profits that you took at the end of the year. There were a few fundamental changes that I made that have improved my trading drastically. And this absolutely is one of them. Ruthlessly attacking my losers. And after a while, you get kind of, what's the word, masochistic. I almost get pleasure now out of selling one of these stocks at a loss. I look at my portfolio and I see, 10 stocks and 7 of them are up and 3 of them are down. It gives me a little dopamine hit to sell those 3 losers. And if I'm not selling those 3 losers, it's because of one of those 2 things. It's not under 4%, or it just bounced off a little a major support line and looks like it is recovering, or the market is weak. We're in a bull market, but the market is undergoing a healthy and normal minor pullback, and it's just coming down with the rest of the leaders. That's it. And I never, there's a bug. I never take a loss over 10%. Never, ever, ever. Unless, I get hit by some force majeure, unexpected negative news, and the stock gaps down in a major way. But that's a talk for another day. I encourage you to try this. I also encourage you to check out my Patreon if you don't know about it. There's a 7-day free trial. I show my portfolio and my focus list of good setups for the next week. I do this every weekend. I do a midweek check-in, and I show you this technique and many more in real time. I also encourage you to check out Seeking Alpha Premium and Alpha Picks. This is where I get most of my fundamental, where I do most of my fundamental research. I read fundamental analysis articles and look under the hood of these companies, so to speak. Let me know your thoughts and comments on this technique, or if you start ruthlessly attacking your losers for a week or 2 or a month or 2, check back in. Let me know how you're doing. I bet you will say that your trading has improved.